Hi everyone and welcome to First in Cedar Knitting. My name is Megan and I'm very happy to be here with you today. This is a podcast blog where I talk about my knitting and my crocheting, what I've been working on, what I would like to work on. Also, at times some sewing, but not very much. I still haven't touched my sewing machine since we moved, so maybe over the summer we will see some sewing from me. So yeah, in today's episode we're going to do stuff a little bit differently. We are going to talk and go through all of my WIPS, which is works in progress, so things that I've started but haven't yet finished. And we're going to kind of I've got them all in project bags, so we're going to put them in order of priority as far as finishing them, maybe going through them and seeing if there's anything we're going to get rid of. My guess is that there's some projects that I haven't worked on because they're not weather appropriate. It is the 21st, 22nd. We're deep into February. We've had a big snowstorm here and it's been very, very cold. So I've been working on some cold weather things. So yeah, as we get started, let's talk about what I'm wearing. I'm very excited to share this. It is my Taylor Swift / Chiefs inspired sweater. Ooh, that's a good shot of it. It says in my Chiefs era. It's got some hearts. It's got the Chiefs colors. It's got some more hearts down at the bottom. Color work at the bottom hem and on the bottom of the sleeves as we transition to red because I ran out of cream. Originally the sleeves were just going to be cream, but I actually like the color work here and then the slightly longer cuff from there down. This is a pattern that I created. I really enjoyed doing this. I think these are my favorite hearts right here. I may have to integrate them into another project, and I like how they went from there into some diamonds. So yeah, in my Chiefs era, this is a top-down, seamless construction sweater with color work along the top. I used Cascade Heritage, which is a sock weight yarn, which is 75% merino, 25% nylon, and I held it double to get this gauge. I haven't measured what the gauge is. I've blocked it. The body, the yoke, did come out to be a bit deeper than I wanted. My armpit is here. So yeah, I maybe could have ended it here, but I honestly don't mind it. I did do some shaping on the body where it just kind of comes in so that it wouldn't be quite so oversized. What else would you want to know about it? That's about it. I didn't finish it in time for the Super Bowl. I think I talked about that in my last episode. I tried sort of, but got sidetracked with, bring you back up. Got sidetracked with something else and I don't remember what it was now. Oh, it was that little purple scarf that I have yet to write up and share with the world. But yeah, so this is introduction and what I'm wearing, and we are not going to talk about, we're not going to go into regular formatting from here. We're going to go into 1, 2, 3 big baskets full of project bags with projects. So let's get into it. Yeah. Okay, so it's very rare, but I'm home alone. And I don't know if you can tell a difference between the level of my voice when there's other people here, even if it's my family, versus when no one's here. I feel like I'm being a lot louder, which is good. You can probably hear me better. Okay, so let's grab our first random project bag and see what's in it. This is a Japanese lunch sack that I bought for 300 yen. That's about $4. Yeah, and it's meant to carry your lunch, but I use it for projects. It's perfect for the beginnings, 1 to 2 skeins, everything fits. So this is a scarf needle is missing, so who knows what size it was, and I'm holding this yarn double. The yarn itself is a Japanese yarn, colored wool, so it's all natural. And 40 grams equals 180 meters, which is definitely a fingering weight to it. And I was holding it double. Yeah, it's slightly thinner than a fingering weight, so it's like a light fingering. And I had, sort of inspired by the Sophie scarf, been doing a scarf. It's just a rectangle with an I-cord edging. I will probably never finish this because it's too boring, is what I figured out. So I have all of the balls. I actually have quite a bit of this yarn. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balls, 40 grams of fingering weight yarn, which actually isn't that much. I could probably, based off the picture, I think it has some alpaca in it. I could probably use this for some mittens. Anyway, so this is actually going to be frogged. So I'm not going to finish that, but that's a really pretty brown. So yeah. Project number 1, 5 40-gram skeins. We're going to frog it. We're going to put the yarn, ball it back into these, and we will start over and do something else with this beautiful brown yarn. If we do that, then it can go on my shelf where it can be available to be used for other things and not in a project bag. So frogging project number 1, we'll set that there. All right, another one. Oh, I know this one. Oh, there's needles in here. Good to know. This is my green sweater. This is 100% acrylic yarn. I do not love it. It is very light though. It has like a cotton core, and then it has fibers blown into it. Not my favorite yarn. I mean, I worked with it. I did everything but the sleeves. It's a really pretty green. I actually think it would look very nice on me. It's just not wool, so I don't know if I'll finish this. And I don't have any more yarn in here, so I'd have to find the yarn to work on this. But this actually might be really good yarn to make a scarf out of. All right. Yeah. I've got size 8. I think I'll finish this one. I need to find the yarn, and we will do the sleeves on it, and I can gift it to someone in my family. We'll do that. Gift project. 2 projects down. All right. Next project is living in this orange one. It's just a project pack I made. Ooh. Still on the needle, so that's good. And then this one is, that's where all my stitch markers are. I've got 3 stitch markers right in a row. Weird. This is Quince & Co. yarn with the one that has the silk in it. And the project was supposed to be a Caitlin Hunter Strombolli pattern, and definitely a fall spring project. I've been looking for those. Fall spring project because it's fingering weight and it's lace. Definitely not a winter project, but I did the whole hem, very drapey. Finish, we'll keep it, maybe really feels like an April type project, so I'm gonna keep that one. Another project bag that I sewed up, and this one is crochet. It's a blanket. See, acrylic smells different than wool. Yes, it is. Oh, the colors of these are nice. I just don't have a need for another blanket. And I've got 2 more balls in here. And there's the hook. So I have everything I need. I just have to figure out the wavy pattern again. Finish it. Finish it. Finish it and maybe gift it, because I do not have a need for a blanket in these colors. Okay, 4 projects down. Simple blanket. Ooh. What is, this one's almost done. I should just finish it. It looks like a blob because I'm working on the border. And I just picked it all up. This is a Joji pattern. That's how much yarn I have left. Almost done. I should just finish this. This is a scarf. It's a square rectangular scarf with a border on it. And I've been working on this one for so long. It's mostly just garter back and forth, and then you pick up and you do the border. And I'm doing the border one by one. This is a finish. This is front and center. I need a new scarf. I was just thinking of casting on a scarf the other day. I should just finish this one. Holy moly. Oh, this one's really old. Okay. This is gonna be, I'm actually gonna leave it on my desktop. Stay tuned, because this one's gonna get done. That one's almost done. Whew. All right. Another crochet project. This one is also almost done. This is one of my patterns. And this is made with a Mandala yarn skein from Lion Brand, and it's crochet, and it's beautiful baby blanket, and this green is just precious. Another one that I just need to buckle down and finish because I only have this much left. There's no hook in here, so I'll have to go back and look at my pattern and see what hook I say you need to use to be able to finish this one. This one should not take long. This one will go in the to be finished pile. Are we seeing a trend here? Blanket, acrylic yarn, unfinished. I think I started a lot of these thinking, oh, I used to knit with acrylic all the time or crochet with acrylic all the time. It's not that big of a difference. Switching to wool, I can switch back to acrylic and still use it and feel fine with it. Turns out I don't really enjoy it as much as working with wool. And I think that that's what this is. So I still have it. It's just a granny square stripe. I should finish it. It's adorable. Save it in my supply of baby blanket, gift baby blankets, right? Because people have babies and you need a gift. All right, keeping this one. So far we have frog one priority, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 projects that we're keeping. We're up to 7. Okay, so I think it's important to go through your WIPS fairly often. Don't let them just pile up like I have. And I think the reason why is that it'll tell you what you're not finishing. If you see a consistent thing that you're not finishing, it should help you just kind of keep in mind, don't start these kinds of projects. And I think for me, I do this every once in a while where I'm like, I want to make a blanket, and it's for blanket quantity, it's less expensive to do acrylic. So let's just do an acrylic blanket. It's not that big of a deal. And I start it and I get all excited about it. I pick out the yarn, I buy full blankets, baby blanket, throw blanket, blanket quantity, and then I don't finish it. So note to self, no more acrylic blankets, you're not going to finish them. Okay, this one has been in here for a long time. This is, and the reason why is because I ran out of yarn. I lost yarn chicken with this one. The sleeves are done. Okay, so this is Caitlin Hunter's Fonda pattern. It has these baubles and these diamonds. I've already knit the sleeves. 1, 2 sleeves. And the reason why is probably because I was running out of yarn. And I haven't finished the body. I haven't done any ribbing. And I don't have any more of this yarn. And this yarn was hand dyed by me. And it's a worsted weight. And the question is, how did I dye it? Because I could dye up, I have a blank skein, and I could dye up the skein and finish the sweater, cardigan, jacket type thing. I've got a decent, let's try it on. Do I have enough if I go back to just tink back a couple inches and do ribbing instead of stockinette? Okay. Ooh. Lost my AirPod. Okay. I knit this when I was pregnant with my son. He's 3 now. Okay. Here it is. Sleeves are fairly long enough. Maybe if you block it out, it might get a little bit longer. And the body, could I end it there? It's at my, I mean, it's at, if I wore high-waisted, like this is where I wear high-waisted pants to. It comes down lower. Maybe I'll just go back an inch and finish this. Okay, this is gonna end up, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna finish it, and it's gonna be a cropped length jacket type thing. I did a really bad job. So this is staying out. What was it in? That's staying out. We're gonna finish that. It's chilly in here. All right, we're gonna finish that blue one. I think that would be a good idea. And then it'll be done. Putting this back on. Okay, I maybe edited out that section of me putting my sweater back on. Okay. Another one with a needle in it. Good news, that's good. This is a triangular shawl. So I've got green stripes, seed stitch, lace motif, This does not have a pattern. Still have some yarn left. Barely onto this section of green. It's got a decent depth to it. And the green is 2x2 rib. Might be the end of it. I don't know what pattern this is. It has a needle on it. I can go look through my US 7. Oh, there's a mistake. You can see it. I didn't do the seed stitch right. I cannot recall a pattern for this. We might just do a nice thick 2x2 rib on it and finish it. We'll keep this one. It's so close to being done. So we have 2 priority projects that just need pretty much hems around the edge. The scarf needs hem around the edge. The blue sweater needs hem. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 WIPS we are keeping. Okay. Another one on needles. There's a pattern in here. That's good. A hockey pattern. It's the Suburban scarf. Suburban, something along those lines. And okay. There's one, and it's just the lace repeating itself. And then here, it looks like we've ended on that, if it's still on some needles. And then we have another one where I'm doing the lace. I wonder if, and I've got the tails of it. I wonder if I was just going to do lace and then graft the 2 once I got the second one to this point where I'm doing wrap and turns or short rows. Okay, so I have the pattern in here, but I think I'm just using one of the lace repeats in it to do my own thing. Of course I do my own thing. And not actually write down what I was doing. Project bag. This is actually one of my favorite project bags. I haven't used it very much because it's been housing this project for a while. This is just some fabric that I waxed. So I melted some wax and covered it in wax, so it gives it a little bit of a waterproof, sort of thick, ruggedy feel to it. And then the inside is just lined with, I wish it was a more matching color to the outside. And it's just nice and big with some sturdy drawstrings to pull on it. I should make more of these with this waxed fabric. Okay, put that in here, and I don't know what to do with this because I think I'm gonna frog this. I'm gonna look at the content of the yarn. It's just a cheap Hobby Lobby one. Okay, cotton and bamboo. I think I'm gonna frog it and do something else with this yarn. Maybe not even keep it. And then that'll free up that project bag to be used. I know it's in here, I think, and it's probably 5 years old. So here's a good learning experience. I purchased this yarn in Waco. a knitting needle in here, US 6. I purchased this yarn in Waco, and I was looking to make my sisters some scarves, and I didn't have much money at the time. So I didn't have a ton of money to spend on yarn. And what I looked for, because I didn't really know any better, and I went into the store and I was looking for it, I was looking at yardage. I was like, what can I get for the most yardage for my money? And so I bought this. Manos del Uruguay Marina. It's a lace weight. And it has 874 yards, or 800 meters per 100 grams. So this is really, really thin. That's why you get so much. And I thought, oh, I can work with fingering. I can work with thin yarn. And I'll get a bunch of meterage so that I can make my sisters some shawls. Well, I didn't end up doing that because I bought 2 skeins. I was like, 1 skein for each, 800 things. It's great. It's like, anyway. I ended up holding it together and making this, which I'm going to frog. I'm going to frog, and so I have 2 held double. It's fingering weight. So I have 1 skein technically of fingering weight yarn, and if I held it double, I could make a pair of socks. So yeah, this is hitting the frog. Froggy frog. And I've had this for years. Since 2019 is when I bought this, and it's been sitting in here in this project, unfinished, untouched. It's getting frogged. It's getting frogged. Okay, we've emptied 1 basket, so let's put our keep to work on finish projects in here. Okay. Keep and finish, immediately finish. 3 things, they're gonna be frogged. Okay. Another acrylic blanket. I should just throw this away, but it's not bad. Sorry, got a text message. I should throw this away. I don't think I'm gonna finish it. The crochet hook's in there, but again, it's acrylic, soft in that acrylic kind of soft way. Okay, starting to get a little bit overwhelmed by the unfinished projects. Mostly because I'm remembering how long I've had some of these, and maybe they all need to be frogged and need to just kind of reduce the amount of projects I have going. So definitely going to think about that as I start new projects. It's interesting though, I think my style of knitting has changed, where I'm more into garments than blankets, and so there's been blankets left behind. Hot pink. No project. Project bag, no project, one of my soap bars. So I have this available in my Etsy. It's handmade soap. It smells absolutely delicious. I put it in my thing. One of them is orange vanilla, kind of like a creamsicle, which I think is this one. And I worked with the soap maker, and she added lanolin to this. So it's also natural, and it doesn't have anything that will eat at your wool. So this is a wool friendly with lanolin soap. I will put the link to my Etsy below. You can buy a bar, put it in with your projects. It doesn't really shed or anything, and it keeps your yarn smelling good. So hot pink yarn, No project. Take it out of the project bag. I've got an empty project bag now. Just got that bar of soap. It's smelling good. Put this in my yarn shelf. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is a frog. Because my daughter's not this little anymore. This is cotton, Premier Cotton, which I made when my daughter was born. I made her baby blanket out of this. It's very soft. Love it. Cotton. Toss it in the wash. It's just sleeves. And I've got it on DPNs. US 6. And that arm looks too little. Doesn't have a collar. If I frog it though, instead of finishing it, what am I going to do with these? What to do? I feel like 2T, 2 to 3T max. So cute though. I mean, look at that. And I broke the pattern into. All right, it's going in the whip pile. It's too cute. Too cute to frog. Too cute to frog. Too cute to frog. Probably needs to be frogged, but it's too cute. All right, this doesn't fit in this bag. Let's pull this. I'm going to switch it into this bag. They just have the yarn. This is a frog. I'm going to tell you why. The gauge is too big. You can see through it. The gauge is too loose on this. This is meant to be a summer. Yeah, the gauge is too loose on this. I need to frog it. It's going in the frog pile. I'm going to put it in. No, we'll keep it in this little bag, and we're going to frog it. I have more of this yarn somewhere. That was supposed to be a summer cardigan, and we'll just have to start over this next summer once it gets hot, because I'm not dealing with that. And this one. My knitting for olive pure silk. Two needles. This is a Rebecca Clow pattern, and it's looking tiny. I do like this, the rib detail on the inside. Oh. All right. So this is going to be a frog because I basically decided that with this knitting for olive pure silk in putty, I decided I was going to make a summer tee, and I want something that's different than this. I think the neckband on this for summer here in Arkansas is going to be too hot. Yeah, it's the Lunin. So if you look at the neckline, it comes up here, and for a summer top I'd want it down lower. So I started this in September 2024. So this is going to be a no-go. I need to frog it and start over and do something different. I think I'm going to do a raglan with a nice V that comes down as low as I possibly can. Short sleeve, long, lean body. It'll be so drapey and amazing. This is going in the frog pile. And that's it. 5 projects we are going to get rid of and we are not going to continue with, which I think is a healthy thing to do. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 projects that are going to remain WIPS. I'm going to keep them. I'm going to see if I can work on them. 3 of them are blankets that I should just work on finishing. And then I have 2 projects that got bumped up to the front of my making queue once I'm done with what I am currently making. Which, this is one I didn't show, but it prompted this whole thing. I pulled this one out. This one needs, my project bag needs a wash. Made this one with the quilt star on it. It's dirty. Look at that. Ooh. Maybe we'll put this one in that other blue one. Okay. Sweater for my daughter. This one is my pattern. And I'm almost done with the sleeve. Number 1. And I need to do sleeve number 2. This is at the top of my finish queue. And then I'll finish those other 2 projects before I start anything else new. Okay, friends, well, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. We did some good work. Sorry if it was just like quieter than normal kind of video. Don't talk as much. I'm kind of showing you and making decisions in my head on what I'm gonna do. And now I've got a big, huge mess to clean up, which I think is good because we've gone through some stuff. We've reduced down the amount of works in progress that I have, which I think is a healthy thing to do. Yeah, so we're gonna get back to knitting and living life with the family. We had the snowstorm. School has been out all week. No school all week. It's been great. We've actually had a really good time just hanging out as a family here at the house. But yeah, regular weekend coming up tomorrow. Today's Friday. And my current WIPs that as soon as I finish these, I'm not going to cast anything new on, is I am working on a little cowl for my son. Here's Sisters, Big Sisters. Her cowl, it's just a basic little cowl. I think I didn't have very much of each yarn, so I started with the yellow and then I did helical knitting till I almost ran out and then finished the other end with the color that I helical knitted with. We're doing brothers, very similar, slightly fewer stitches, about 2 inches less. Though by the time it stretches out, I think it's only not very much less. Almost got working on the length, and then I'll do the same thing. I like these simple little circle cowls for the kids because you just over their head and it keeps their little face warm without falling off when they're out sledding. This may be the last snow we have, so I really want to finish this so he can have it during this last little cold snap that I think we will get. I doubt we'll get any more snow here in Arkansas. So yeah, as soon as this is done, then I'm going to work on the gray scarf, putting that in my top of my to work on, and this one, which I just need to go back an inch and do. It doesn't even have to be that thick because I did a very, how much ribbing did we do on the sleeves? Let's look. Oh, I did a thick ribbing on the sleeves and it looks like it's twisted rib. So I think I'm going to measure out how many rows, go back that many rows on the body, and just finish this, block it, and have it ready to wear. I think it's going to be too big because I cast this on while I was pregnant. I worked on this while I was pregnant 4 years ago with my son. I might just frog it and reuse the yarn to knit something different. Okay, well, thanks for watching. If you like this kind of video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching and coming along on my journey. Next week, or whenever I get a chance to record again, I'll be talking about some of the projects that I've currently been working on. We may see a finished item from this WIP pile, or 2 or 3 or 4, hopefully. My knitting corner is a mess. I need to fix that up, so maybe we'll get some updates on that. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great week. Take some time to go through those WIPs and figure out what's not working for you. And you know, the out of season stuff, just hold on to it. You might come back to it once it warms up, that's fine. But the stuff that's like deep winter and you're not working on it now, you probably won't. That's just facts. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video and I will talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.